All right, welcome everybody. It's Saturday morning, 9:30 class. I'm in San Diego, California, and home studio. Today we're going to work a little bit of hamstrings and end on back bending. Just took my dog for a walk, so I'm nice and warm. So every Saturday, intermediate class, if you need the link for Zoom, you can more than welcome to join me on Zoom. I have Julie here with me, and then we just record the class. And the class is listed on a playlist, excuse me, in my YouTube channel. So it's on my YouTube channel. There's the history of the last 5 or 6 months. There's many classes. There's beginning classes. So if this intermediate class is too much, definitely I highly recommend go to the beginning yoga playlist, and you will find at least 20 videos there. I would start from the beginning and just work your way through them so you stay organized. Always something new and fresh. Every class is different. But welcome. This is the intermediate class. So if you've been practicing for a while, perfect place to be. We're going to go deep into the hamstrings. And like I said, a little bit of back bending. So full wheel pose at the end. All right. We're going to do legs up the wall, meaning actually splits up the wall. And when we do splits up the wall, this is towards the end of class. And when we do splits up the wall, we're bringing our leg up here, we're opening the front of our hip flexor. And guess what? That will help your back bending. So yeah, that's the plan. But let's go ahead and stand. Class is about an hour. Clear your throat. Take a couple of deep sighs. Whew. Just every time I come to my mat and I know that I'm going to practice, I feel this sense of like, I hope you do too. Very addictive. Changes your mood, sets a tone for your day. 2 more breaths just like that. Inhale. Let it go. Last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let it go. Just naturally give yourself a little pulse, a little bounce. I'm going to open up my feet a little wider, closing my eyes. It's almost like I'm swaying in the wind. If you feel like adding arms, just kind of let it go. Let some of that tension out of your body before we start. Low back. What does it look like for you? It might be coming high up into the ceiling and then a low. Couple times like that. Inhale to come high. Exhale, let it go. Wow. Inhale up. And this is my version. You have your own version. Great. Oh, really cool. Yeah, just move your body. And then C-curve, right hand to the left wrist, up and over to the right side, stretching out the left rib cage. You can already feel the chest and the heart opening and the lungs clearing. Good. Come back to center. Switch sides, up and over to that left side. Great. Nice. Interlace the fingers, bring your palms straight up. Let's do a couple breath exercises. Exhale, hands forward, all the way down. Actually, it looks like this. We're going to go all the way up, and then all the way down, and then all the way up again. So let's do that. So nice and slow. Interlace fingers. Inhale, push it out. Exhale, palms together. Down through that central column. Great. A few more like that. Inhale, push. I'm looking up this time. It seems more natural to look up. And then palms together. Exhale, follow the thumbs. 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Wow, last one. Exhale. Nice. So now I'm going to come to the front of the mat. You're probably at your front. So just make sure you're at the front as we go through a nice flow. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, swan dive forward. Great. Inhale, halfway lift. You can bring your hands up towards your kneecaps. Exhale, forehead comes towards your shins. Great. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Low push-up. 2 up dog. Whew. And to down dog. First one, give it some movement. Alternating the heels. Shaking out the head. And then find stillness. Just that quiet, slightly bent knee, ribs in, hips high, head drops. Stretch into the upper body. And if it feels right, you can push your knees back. Hold. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Stepping up. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, forehead towards the shin. Reverse swan dive, push into the ground. Come all the way up. Wow. What one salute to the sun can do. Isn't that amazing? Let's do 2 more. Just keeping it simple, just like that. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, dive forward. Your own version. You don't have to follow along with me if you know what to do. Halfway lift. Exhale, alternating the feet. Step back with the other leg. High to low push-up. Up dog. Exhale to down dog. Again, a little bit of movement, and then we'll go into stillness again. Egyptian down dog, turning your heels to the right. Come to center and to the left. Good. Come back to center and hold that 5 count breath. So my inner elbows are pushing towards each other, sinking into the palms. Fingers are spread, index finger wide. So you can Straighten out the arms, drop the head, widen the shoulders. Ribs in, head drops. Hold for 5. That's 4. 5. Good. This time I feel like hopping up. I bring my toes together. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, round into the back. Hop to the front. Halfway lift. Wow, I'm already feeling my hamstrings. This is a hamstring class. Exhale, pull back in, forehead towards the shins. Reverse swan dive coming up. Big inhale, reach. Exhale, hands at your heart. Awesome. So one more. I said 2, second time. Well, third time. Exhale, swan dive forward. Maybe it goes a little faster this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Step or jump back. Remember to alternate feet. Double push up if you like. Up dog. Down dog. All right, this time I'm lying, or I just get inspired to change it up a little bit. Take the toes together and then bring your right leg high. Hold for 5. And we're focusing a little bit on the hamstring on that left leg, since this is where we have our attention today in this class. Left hamstring. Great, right foot comes down, switch to the left. Left leg up, right hamstring now, sink down into that right heel, left leg's up. Hip socket, try not to pull too far away from you with the toes. Pull the hip in and lift. Upper body centered and strong. There it is. It's a lot of experimentation, finding that right hamstring as you press down into that right heel. Good. Step up, left leg. Step up, right leg. Open to halfway lift. And then bend the knees a little bit. Get your hands right to the hip creases. Make sure the hip creases are going high. Check the tracking of the knees. And then forward fold. Grab the calves. And then see if you can pull a little bit more length downward. Lots of firm pressure into the feet. Good. And then push back into the knees a little bit. Hollow out the navel. Shoulders up the back. Good. Sit low into chair. Hands on the knees. I love this one. You're fine right where you are. Just coming closer so you can see you're going to move your knees around in that circle. Oh, yeah. Close your eyes. See if you can find a tight spot. So your shoulders can go one way, hips another way, knees another way. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Make sure you go both directions. Good. And then sit low into that chair. So you can free up the hands. So now they're mid-thighs. Maybe right into the hip creases. Yes. Peek down to see your toes. And scoop the arms up. Halfway, or yeah, let's go halfway. And then off to the right with the right arm. Come back to center, sit low on the left. And it's fine to pulse. In fact, it really entertains you. Just like, yeah, pulse down and up. With breath. Make sure your belly's strong too. That's right into the low belly. This next time, hold that twist. Come back to center. Other side. Sit a little lower. Engage those legs, those glutes. Come back to center. And stand. Arcing up. Nice. Come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind your back. All the way to the webbing. And as you do that, then find that forward fold. Exhale. Good. Release the hands to the low back. Give it a little pound. Side of the body. Calf. IT band. Head relaxed. Great. And then walk your hands forward. And your feet back. High plank. Let's hold that high plank. Out through the heels, ribs in. Movements if you want. Toes forward, heels back. Moving the heels, I mean. Good, and then high to low push-up. Exhale, slow push-up. High to low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, slide through. Heart lifts, up dog. And down. Excellent. Left hand, right ankle. Let's do a little twist. Peek underneath. Yeah, letting that head just be loose. It's one of my favorites, actually, this sequence, the twist and then the hover. Left hand hovers to the left. Right foot hovers back. Left hand to the left hip. Reach up, right leg high, bend it. See if you can grab the foot above you. You fall out, just go back in. Adjust if you need to. Make sure you're using your left leg, not all of your weight dumping in that right wrist. Harder side for me. Definitely. Come out if you need to into child's pose. I'm going to try this again. A little bit more. Not giving up. That's it. Heart lifts, belly strong, kick. Excellent. Rest, definitely deserve a rest after that. This right arm gets a little bit fatigued. So I'm just moving it around. Child's pose, supporting the head, double fists. Excellent way to just kind of surrender into that mind, that head, the third eye. You feel the difference between that right hip already and that left hip. Good, and then go back into down dog. I'm just turning so I can face, my head can face you on that twist. Right hand, left ankle, peek underneath. Perfect distance where that right arm is straight and you're peeking underneath. Use your right heel to support yourself as well. Good. Hover the right hand off to the right. Hover that left leg off to the back. Push back into that standing leg. Heart lifts. Oh, amazing. So much easier on this side. And then reach up. Grab the foot. Even though it's easier, I should stay just as long as I stayed on the other side. Or not, we'll see. Maybe just 3 more breaths. Again, this is my practice. Make sure that you are doing what you need for your body. That's what makes it yoga. This is my yoga. I want you to do your yoga. Awesome. Good. Gently release. Kind of keep it the same. What did we do? I took this left hand, shook it out, shook that shoulder out a little. Even brought it around my back, which felt amazing. Really good. And then rest. This time, shake up that child's pose with the hands forward. Yeah. And then might as well warm up the back a little bit more into this version of up dog where you're moving that snake-like movement. Make sure your fingertips are not, your hands aren't inward, but your fingers are outward so your chest can come through. Bent knee up dog. And then just back and forth. Pull it back. My knees are as wide as a mat. Toes are together. Inhale to come up. And exhale to come back. Amazing. Amazing how quick you can warm up the hips. Good. Come on back. Knees back underneath your hips. And yeah, in fact, let's do tabletop. Couple cat-cows. Rounding into the back, pushing into the hands. You can even pound the back out if you need some release in the low back. Just make it yours. Nice, Julie. Remember, the heart moves forward. You're spreading the shoulders onto the back so that the chest can extend forward as you go both directions, actually. Focus in through that heart. Good. So then neutral spine, make sure the knees are steady. Tuck the toes under, shoulders underneath the wrist, shoulders over the wrists. Push into the toe mound and then push into the palms. Cover the knees. Get the head to come with you. And then rock hips side to side. So form of a plank. Feel ready, come back in or come into down dog. All right, some Tiger curls, set of 3 on each side. Inhale, right leg high, knee to right elbow. Inhale, kick it up, knee to nose. Inhale, high kick, knee to left elbow. 2 more like that, your pace. Last set. Heating it up. I love it. Good. All right, just switch sides. Right leg down. So this is intermediate. Why? Because it takes some practice to keep all this upper body strength, gradually creating endurance for your upper body. A lot of times that's the first place that gets fatigued. So if your shoulders are fatigued, take a break. Or put the right knee down. And always support yourself with that leg. Second, tiger curls, left elbow. Knee to nose. Right elbow. Last one. Left elbow. All the way up. All the way to the chin. All the way to that right elbow. Good. All right. Finally, low lunge. Take that left leg forward. Awesome, Julie. Hi, you're with me. Love it. Right foot over to the right, left foot over to the left. I just like some space in between my hips. Let's see what happens. Shake out those wrists. Roll the shoulders. Yeah. A little bit of play here. So how do we play? How do we connect into that pelvic bowl? Bend the right knee slightly. Feel your belly underneath you. Good. You're pulling in. Let the heart lift up. And then straighten it. Straighten that right leg. Good. You feel the difference? Let's do this again. Bend the right knee. Pull the pelvic bowl underneath you. Lift through the upper body. Stabilize the left glute. And straighten the right leg again. Nice. Arms can come high. Inside out with the palms. Oh, wow. Interlace the fingers behind you, push down. Out through that right heel. Good. Chin comes down. Drop the right knee down to the mat. Oh, actually, before you do that, lean forward. Grab your mat and fold it over so you have a little bit of support. And then drop that knee down. Straighten and bend that front leg. In fact, you could put your hands on either side if you can reach. Tuck that back toe under and come all the way back. And then all the way forward. Just do that a couple times. Make sure the head's no tension in the neck. What are you feeling? What sensations are going on? Right foot's on fire a little bit because you're in fire toes. Left hamstring and when you're pulled back. And then as you come forward into low lunge, your hip crease, left hip crease pulls back. Right hip crease drops down. One more like that. All the way back. Hopefully we're nice and warm and this feels good. Okay, once you're back into this lunge, come back up again. Hip socket down. Left fingers in the left hip socket, push that down and back. Lower belly's lifting. Matzo mula bandha, settle in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Scoop up the arms. C curve to the right. Right hand comes down towards the earth. Come back up. Each side is different. You can also use a block underneath your fingers. Roll over to the other side. Excellent. Come back to center, half monkey pose. Flex through that left heel. All the way over. So satisfying to stretch the inside edge. Julie's with me over to the side. So take this left foot, hands on the inside of that ankle. Take the foot off to the side. Not too far back. You don't want it behind you. You want it a little bit in front of you as you sink into this foot. Section in the navel. Start with the elbows. And then into the upper body. Pushing down. Nice. So since we are doing hamstrings, we're going to shake it up a little bit. I always want to keep ourselves entertained, something different. Set your right hip on your heel now. You find your left leg extending off to the side and then play. What do you need? So sometimes you could push the foot into the earth or bring the toes up or a little bit of both. Just be careful of that left knee. Reach your arms forward. Feels like plenty for me. Come back to center. Bring that front foot forward. And a little extension into full monkey pose. Because time flies. This was supposed to be part of our, so we're right here. Perfect timing, starting that hamstring. You can always put a block underneath that one of the hips, which is the front hip. Block here, or support. Plenty for me. Wherever you are, let's shake it out. Step it back. One-legged down dog. Get some circulation back into this left hip. You can always drop your right knee down and just play this way. In fact, it might be nice to flip it over into Wild Thing. Move over just a tad. Good, so left hip rotates, bend both knees, lean forward, flip it over. Good, just where you need to, nice. Hips going high. Use the left leg for support. All right, left hand comes down, keeping us warm. Either modified side plank, absolutely fine, or hovering left foot, or stacking. Notice how creative license, your own creative license. What do you need? Oh, beautiful. And then high low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Catch your breath. Yeah, that was so much fun. All right, right foot forward. Left foot to the left. I think we just went right into it, yeah. Right hand into the hip crease of that right side, hip drops. Pull the crease back towards the back of the mat. Natural length through the back foot. Settle in a little lower. Roll the shoulders. And then drop the left knee slightly. As you drop the left knee, it naturally brings up pelvic bowl underneath you. And then the ribs need to follow and the chest needs to follow, lifting. And then straighten out through the back leg. So one more like that, keeping your eyes steady. Bend the knee. Tuck the pelvic bowl underneath you. Lift a little bit through the rib cage. You can feel the different lines through the back leg and then straighten it out. Wow. Excellent. Beautiful. Reaching down to grab that mat. Drop the left knee. Yep. And then we just played. Going all the way back into fire toes on the left. Came all the way back to play. Whoo, shaking a little bit on that left side. New pathways from that dropping of the knee and the rounding of the pelvis. Pelvic bowl tilting. But right now we're just going forward and back. Low lunge to right hamstring. Fire toes. Never mula bandha. You have that navel kind of into the spine. There's lots of space in the belly and the hip. Good. Plenty. All right, so now come back up. Right hand on the knee, left hand on the knee. Check in with this hip crease, down and back. As you engage the left glute, lift the low belly. Quite dynamic. Front foot, strong. That's how you balance as well. So you're not so wobbly. Bring the arms up. C curve to the left side first. Left hand towards the earth. Beautiful. Come back up. Tall, tall, tall. C curve to the other side. Great, come back up. Straighten out the front leg, half monkey pose. Flex through the heel. This is where blocks come in handy. But you already know that because you've been practicing with me for a while. Do what you need. Fingertips work as well. Good, and then hands on the inside. Right foot moves to the right. I'm going to actually move over a little bit. Need some space, but right foot to the right. Oh, wow, this is the tight side. Elbows first. Left hip stays over the knee. You want to watch that, natural energetic flow down this left hip to the knee. Try not to sag too much in the rib cage. Left hip crease back, always belly in, lengthen. Now go ahead and walk the hands forward. Head drops. Bend the elbows, come all the way back. Just sit on the heel and feel the right leg off to the side. Help it come with you. You know, you're bringing it with you right off the hip. You can bring the toes up. Or down. You can tell this side for me needs a little bit more attention, so I'm just lingering on this inner groin, the lines on the inner groin. Woo. In fact, last week I posted a myofascial release video, 20 minutes on releasing the inner groin. So if you have a chance, I highly recommend going to check that out. It's on myofascial release playlist. Ooh, but if you can't find it, just reach out. I'll help you. I'll send a link to you. Come on out. All right, remember what we did? We went right into full monkey pose. Right leg comes forward. Use your hands for support. Again, blocks could be underneath the hands. Blocks could be underneath this right hamstring. So utilize the props you have. Bring the floor closer to you. Actually, quite helpful. Not that there's any destination, but this side is much looser than the other side. All right, I want to keep it a little bit consistent, not to stay too long or to overextend this side and not do the other side, you know. So that's how you keep your practice in somewhat of a balance. Gently coming out. Move through a flow. Oh, take that right leg high. Yep, first. I think we did that first. And then flipped it over. And then Vistasana, or side plank. So wild thing first. Flip, flip, flip. Hips come high. Ah, yeah. So nice. Part of the back bending as well. Notice how everything's sort of stacking onto each other. Right hand to the mat. Either support yourself with the right knee down or play with hovering the right foot. Stacking the feet. I like stacking the feet today. Letting that left foot come high. Woo! Excellent. There is the high to low push-up. And down dog. Just gently tippy toe, walk to the front. Heels high.
If you have a handstand practice, just go right up into your handstand. I'm going to take the feet apart though. And Padahastasana. Let's just bring the hands right underneath the feet. Palms up. Palm to palm. Sole to palm. Navel in. See this? You can even do your belly pulses. See that belly to go suction in. Hip creases high. Heart extends forward. And then pull down. Elbows off to the sides. Pressure into the feet, into the hands. Kneecaps lifting. All right, inhale, halfway lift. Take the hands to the waist. Feel all that hollow space in the hip creases. Push into the ground. Come on up. Take a little walkabout. Yeah. All right, that was amazing. Oh my gosh, it's 10:23 already. So we're going to go over a little bit today. Sorry, Julie. Hopefully you don't have any appointments that you have to get to. We're going to do legs at the standing split up the wall. And then our back bending. And then we'll be done. I'm going to take a glass of water. I'll be right back. Awesome. Legs are so warm now, and I have a little sweat going, which is good. I like that idea, Julie. Let's do a little stretch for our shoulders before we go to the wall. So just bring your fist down. Heart's lifting. And just find that. In fact, you can go wide leg. Let's just take the legs wide and do that first. Oh, strong inner lines. Do not just sag into the hips. That's when you get too much loose inside your hip sockets. You want to activate the glute muscles. You want to activate the inner lines of the legs. Good. Come on out. All the way up. Nice. All right. So moving my mat closer to the wall. And start with which leg do I want down? I think I want my right leg down first, just because that's my body feels like the right leg. But if you want to switch and do the left leg, just check in with your body, see which one you want to do first. So you're placing the left foot on the wall. And as you lift that left leg, you might be able to bring the right heel a little closer to the wall. Mine is right at the crease. And then dropping that left hip crease down. And there you go. This is it. So I did my good leg first, just because it felt right. Not good. There's no good or bad. Just I did my more flexy leg first, which is the right heel on the mat. And just hold. And if your heel is away from the wall, fine. Just do what you can. Just using that left foot, reaching it up. Plenty. Come on out. I'm going to bend my knees, give myself a little bit of support. Yeah, go right into, this is fun. This is all new. This is just what happens when I play with my body. Going into Mula Bandha Asana. In fact, I have to come off from the wall a little bit, but you're bringing your heels together and finding some balance. Maybe I should show you. You can see me better. So your heels are together. You're alternating that spiral. So good. Once you find that connection through the center column, heels touching, hips shooting back. Because eventually, depending on your flexibility, you might even be able to drop your hips down behind your heels. Suction in. See if you can balance. All right, plenty. Gently come out, knees together, little roll up, little movement. We're ready for the left side. All right, forward fold. Right leg's up the wall, left heel is on. Whoops. You got to step away, put your leg up. You can use your toes for support and just hop that heel right to the wall. That's a more efficient way. And then there you go. Each side is different. If your foot turns out a little bit, that's natural. My left foot turns out just slightly. Try and keep my right hip crease down a bit, left hip crease up. Put some weight into the left foot. That will help stretch the left hamstring. Not putting too much pressure on the hands. In fact, I'm going to just explore and experiment here. Using the blocks underneath my hands. All right, that's plenty. Don't want to overdo it. We're balancing strength. Strength and flexibility. I'm bringing my block over this time for Mula Bandha Asana. Okay, yeah, we're off the wall. Bringing my block over. In fact, it needs to be turned medium size, I think. Medium height. Oh, nice. That little bit of support, very helpful. It's this right inner groin that's a bit tight. Yeah, I mean, just these bodies are like an experiment. The hamstring on the right is loose, but the inner groin is a little tight. Patterning, whatever patterning we have when we're walking about in our daily life, like which foot do you stand on? Which hip is more forward than the other hip? And what our yoga is doing is creating some symmetry, some balance between the sides. When we do that, right hemisphere, left hemisphere comes together and we have a more emotional stability, I would say. So yeah, touching all layers, mind, body, spirit. Koshas, we call them koshas in that philosophy, the bliss layer. Where is that bliss layer? Let's find it. Ah, feet on fire. Gently come out. Straighten it out. Excellent. Almost finished. Almost finished. We're gonna roll up, walk it about. Nice, Julie. Still with me? Connect. Hello. And then we'll lay on our back and do a couple back bends, and then we'll finish. So good. Checking in. How do you feel? My feet feel a little sore. Maybe your feet are sore as well. A good solution to roll the feet out with one of the tennis balls or myofascial release. I think I might do that later. Reaching tall, ready to lay on our back. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, step or jump back, it's up to you. And last, tight elbow push up. Up dog. And down dog. Bend the knees, bend the elbows round into the back, pop up. Beautiful. And a little rock and roll. So make sure you have your mat behind you. Whoops. And I need to pull my mat away from the wall. And take any ponytails out. Your own version. Pilates ball. Nice and tight. Feels so good. All right. So then roll onto your back. Make sure you have your mat. Spread out your hair, your neck, long. Heels come close to you. Start with one bridge just to sense what's going on with the front of your hip flexors. We've done so much there. You might surprise yourself with the flexibility in this low back now into the back bends. Gently come up. And just hold for 5. Looking straight up. Good. Gently roll down, lower back, and then lift your head, reach towards your knees. You're doing a little crunch. Come on back and go right into your back bend. So fingertips towards your shoulders, heels towards your hips. Take an inhale, lift the hips up, crown of the head, make sure your hair is out of the way, and then push up. Good, gently come down. Again, this is my practice. Don't close your knees up yet because we're going to do one more, either bridge pose or back bend. In fact, you can even just straighten your legs and take another 2 or 3 breaths before you go into your next posture. Take a moment to absorb. Emotions come up. Whatever it is, just let it come in and float away. Everybody's different. All right. Only when you're ready. Move when you are ready. If you feel like that's it, you're done, just rest in your Shavasana. I'm going to just do one more. If I was with you and I was watching your body, I can give you your own specific cues, but I'm here in my body, so these are my cues. Inhale, lift the hips high. New breath, inhale, top of the head. Next breath, straighten out the arms. Nice. Come on down. Chin down to the chest and straighten the legs. Yay, we're there. Any last posture that you need? I'm done. I'm just wanting to rest, so. But more than welcome to do plow, shoulder stand. Maybe there's a handstand, headstand. Inversions are great right now. Or twisting. Or just collecting the sensations in the emotional body, observing what's going on, inner seeing. What do you feel? Soft jaw, soft face. Surrender into your body. My body is laying on the ground. Beautiful thing about being at your own space. You can stay in your Shavasana as long as you like. And when you're ready to come out, wiggle the fingers and the toes. Gently bring one knee, the other knee. Circling out the knees. And then off to the left side. Using the hands, whichever side actually is best for you. Up into a meditative posture. One last breath together. Inhale. Let it out through the mouth. Exhale. Nice. All right. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Wow, I'm in yoga land. Yoga land. Just come say hi and bye to Julie. Thank you for inspiring me, Julie. Wouldn't do this without you.
Thank you, Tom.
You're so
Good,
welcome.
Tom.
Good.
I loved it.
Yay, yeah. Something new up the wall, huh?
Yeah,
Good.
it's so good. I feel so good.
Ah, I'm so glad. All right. Thank you for always having me come. This is good. Nice. All right. Bye. So good. Where are we? Okay. There we are. Wonderful. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And I'll see you next time.